The Tech Temple.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Wise Man White at the Tech Temple. Thank you for checking out another video. Here I am with one of Samsung's latest, the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. I'm just going to call it the Edge Plus. The Edge Plus is a 5.7-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED screen. Long name, but pretty much it's just saying it's a really nice screen. And you can definitely tell my LG G4 is pretty nice too. I think this might have a little bit of an upper leg on it just because I think the colors are more saturated in this phone. As far as the size, here's the G4. You're just going to get it, the size. So it's not too much bigger, but it is a little bigger. It's a little taller than the G4 is. This is not a comparison video, but just to give you a scale if you have one and you're interested. So it's a little longer, but what is nice. Let's do a phone tour real quick. So you got the speakers up here, it's at least for the earpiece speaker. Turn the screen off. Have a button, and it is a physical button, and it has the back and the recents menu, but they come on when you turn the phone on and the screen off and on. And you can have it so when you're watching the video that those come off, but the video is still playing. This is also a fingerprint reader, so if you want security, so I'll turn the security on. I don't have a lock screen on right now, but quick settings, security, screen type, fingerprint. No match. Oh, I know I did it before. There we go. Done. So now you can lock it with your finger. And it's unlocked, so I'll just turn that back off for the purpose of this video. So yeah, fingerprint scanner with the button. Also down here, we have the speaker right here for actual audio. It's pretty clear. At first I wasn't sure about how it was going to sound because I'm kind of used to where the HTC has the speakers on both ends. But this is a pretty loud and pretty clear speaker. After a while, you kind of get used to it only being on one side, and you don't even notice it after a while because it's so clear. You also have the micro USB charger. And while speaking of charging, this also comes with wireless charging built in the back, which also means you can't take the phone apart and you can't change the battery and you can't expand the memory, but it is wireless charging. So if you want a nice wireless charger, I can put a link in the description, give you a nice $25 wireless charger, and I haven't had no problems with it. I always wake up and put it on the charger and never wake up where it's not charged. On the side we have the power button the volume rocker up and down. I really like the buttons. They protrude just enough from the top that you can kind of feel them very well when you have it in one hand, and they're sticking out just enough and not too much. They are pretty solid. They don't feel as cheap as this button does to me. These feel nice and solid, and they contrast nicely against the brushed metal that they have, which this phone, Samsung has done a good job of just making phones lately. This feels like a pristine phone. On the back we have a 16 megapixel rear camera, and also we have the flash, and right below the flash is another finger reader. So if you want to take your pulse, you can go to the Samsung Health app. I'll show you that, and that'll check your pulse. And we also have up here, right here, we have the card for your SIM card. So no SD, no expandable memory. This is 32 gigs, so hopefully that'll be plenty. If not, you got to use your cloud storage. And on this side we have the power button. So that's the whole outside of the phone. So we got the button, we have the two volume rockers on the side, and we have the power button, and that's all we have around the phone. And then we have the edge. So here is the uniqueness about this phone. You can see right here, there's the edge of the screen. First I thought it was a gimmicky, but after using it, I do like it. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, you can, it's got these edges on both sides, and there's also this little drawer that comes out. So if you're left-handed, you can have it on the left side. If you're right-handed, you can choose to have it on your right side. I'm right-handed, but I just like to have it on my left. You can pick what apps you have on here. So if I don't want to have the calculator, I can remove it. But just take that, and that'll take you to the calculator of any screen. So let's say I'm in YouTube. and I want to get to the internet, I just have my internet right here. Takes me straight to the internet. And you can see the phone is blazing fast. To me, it is faster than the G4. I never had any issues with this as far as speed, and it's just so fluid. Like, the screen is so fluid, and the colors really pop. So hats off to Samsung. They always have really good screens. So yeah, that's the Edge. And if you want to see some more features of the Edge screen, on Edge lighting. So let's say you get a text message, you're at dinner or you're sitting down with your loved one and you have your phone facing down, like here. It will, when you get a text message, because the Edge kind of comes up this far, you can see the light come on. It'll pulsate when you get a text message. And if you have the person in your favorites, so let me go back here. If you have the individual in your list of people, I don't have any people right now, but if you have your people set right there, depending on what color they are, it'll blink that color. So if you have your mom or your girlfriend or something as one color, and you have your dad as another color, or your sister as another color, the Edge will blink depending on the color that you set them on there. So that's pretty nice. I do like that they actually put some features into this besides just apps. So let's go back to the home screen, and this is just how it came. It's got the time, so the time, it shows you the weather. Here's a nice little chart. Remember HTC's blink feed? Well, Samsung has their own. It's called Briefing. I just like the way it looks, especially on this gorgeous screen. It gives you nice big pictures. It shows off the screen well. When you click an article, right as soon as you click the article, it tells you how many pages it is, so you kind of know what you're getting into. It's just 5 pages. And if you want to share it right from there, you don't have to open up a separate app. You can share it from here. And once you get to the last page, it takes you right back to where you were in Briefing. It doesn't scroll you all the way automatically to the top. It takes you right back to where you were, so you can keep reading. I love that. And if you want to go back to the home screen, you just swipe to the right and do what you were doing. So I really do like the Briefing. I wish I could get that on another phone. I just find an alternate app for that. So let's go into the app drawer. So you got the AT&T app that you cannot get rid of. You can disable them, but you cannot delete them, so they're taking up room on your phone. Then there's the Samsung apps. Then on top of the Samsung apps, you have the Amazon store, which is also pre-installed on here on AT&T. And then you have the Google Play. So you have so many apps to choose from. It's kind of a lot, but at least you got options. For more Samsung app, here's Samsung Music. So let's say you want to listen to some Latin. You want to switch it up. So the sound, I like the sounds pretty good on here. And listen to some hip hop. So I really like the way the Samsung's apps look. They look really nice. I wish I had this on another phone. We got a preview of the audio. When it's bouncing off of a hard surface, it's really nice. But when you're watching video like YouTube or a movie or Netflix, and you gotta watch that you're not covering the speaker. Even sometimes, right? I like to have my pinky rest on the bottom. Sometimes I cover up the speaker with that. But you just gotta move it out the way. It's just something to get used to. Another Samsung app is the Samsung Health. S Health. So if you're a person who likes to track their steps, this will do it for you. If you want to see your heart rate during your workout, or you're gonna stop and take it, you can measure it. So right now it says place your finger on the sensor. So I'm turn around, place my finger on the sensor, and right now it is beating. The phone is vibrating to the beat of my heart. It's actually kind of cool. And when it's finished, it should stop turning red. So right now it's not red anymore. I'm like 76 beats per minute. I'm a little less than that. But you also tell what you're doing, so you can get your heart rate after you exercise, before, depending on your mood. Let's discard that. It will also tell you your SpO2, and you can time your running. And so there's so Samsung has also got into the health field with their app. So if you like that and you want to take the phone with you when you go work out, Samsung's already got it for you. And you can also get the Samsung Health app. I believe you don't have to have a Samsung phone anymore. I think you can get that. You just won't be able to obviously do the heart rate monitor. So you show you some more of the options that they have. Let me close some of the things they have. So you can see I got a lot of windows open, but it's not slowing down. You can open up the internet, and then if I want to open up another app at the same time, like YouTube, so I can watch video and I can be looking at the internet at the same time, since people like to multitask. And if you don't want to have them anymore, you can just hold it down. It will come out, and then you can hold it again and X out of it. So that's cool. That's another feature. The camera. I know you want to see the camera real fast. I'll turn it this way. It's got this shutter button right here. Right here I'm in auto. It focuses. If you want to see some more options over here, you have the effect. So in a monogram, delicious, and it gives you a preview right there, so you don't have to pick one and then see it, don't like it, and then switch. You can see all that right there. It's got HDR automatically on. You can turn that off. It's in 6 megapixels. But these pictures are 16 megapixel camera, and the front is 5 megapixels. And the video is full HD, so you get 1080p, 720p playback. It's got tracking on. It does the location. It does the raw file if you want to save a raw file. If you want to have the shutter button as the volume buttons, you can do that too. I always like when they give you that option. So that's the camera real fast. And you can't live broadcast. That's one thing that they promote on here. So if you hit the mode button, there's also other things. So there's Pro, which gives you like manual settings. So if you want to do white balance auto, you can do that in here. Select the focus if you want to look at the one thing in the back more, or the one in the front more, focus on it. So one will give you like the kind of really clear, one really blurry. You can do that. Panorama, video collage. So there's live broadcast. So right now, if you were going to go on my YouTube channel and I hit sign in, you would be able to see me right now taking this video. But for some reason, it's not working. It says I'm already enabled. So you would think it would just, this window would go away and I'd be able to just broadcast right now. But for some reason, it won't let me. It's just showing me like I'm in the YouTube app. And even when I press back, it just says sign in again. So there's a little issue with that. I've been trying to figure it out for a while. I still don't know. So maybe there's something they got to fix on their end. So I'm gonna shut it back out here. So that is the camera app real fast. Samsung does give you the ability to customize the notifications up here, or the quick settings. Oops, I'm not gonna do that. So you can change Wi-Fi. If you don't use Wi-Fi a lot, you can put it down here. It's got power saving mode and it's got battery mode. I haven't used power saving or super power saving mode just because the battery itself is fine. If I go into the options and show you the battery device, it says I have 22 hours left. I don't know if I exactly have 22 hours left, but I've already been on 9 hours and I have 71%, so maybe that is right. I just haven't had any worry. I haven't been out and say, oh man, I'm about to run out of battery. I just haven't had that with this phone, which is great because you can't take the battery out anyway. You can't swap it out anyway. So they did make sure that their bases were covered as far as the battery is concerned.